It's a spooky Halloween! Ooh. Ghosts, ghouls, dry bones, spooky!
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to our podcast.
Confidently Controversial.
That's what the podcast is called.
It's about movies and stuff.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. What kind of stuff do you have to tell me?
Well, I mean, let's ease into it a little bit.
Okay.
Gosh.
God.
I feel so attacked.
All right. Well, you lead. Go ahead. I'll just sit here.
Okay. We just have a few things that we want to talk about here at the top of our show, which is what we do. I mean, those familiar with the show know we generally use this time to catch up and to talk about random things.
Sure. And if you listen to our last episode, which was American Werewolf in London, you know that this is part 2 of our Halloween party sleepover weekend. And Emily just woke up and she's a bit of a bitch this morning.
Listen.
She's real crabby. She slept in and then had the audacity to get up and be like, I need to do this. I need to get out of here.
Listen, I have issues and I just need to get rolling. And I'm sorry, but
You slept in.
I know, and I needed to.
I know.
But I'm mad at myself. Don't you do that when you sleep in?
I know.
Get a little mad at yourself?
I know. And sleeping in for us is like 6 a.m.
I know. It's like, where's the day gone?
If I'm not up at 4, don't wake me at all.
I know. I really do feel like if I don't wake up at 4 a.m., and this is going to sound insane to people, but if I don't wake up at 4 a.m., I feel like, it's just,
waste of a day.
It's just a non-productive day.
I know, because those hours between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. where no one else is doing shit, boom, 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 boom. You get so much done.
They're the best hours of the day.
Or you can
live a whole
have
day.
Quiet time.
You just live a whole day before anybody even wakes up.
You have your lunch at 10:30.
It's great.
It's a good day.
It's a great day.
Yeah.
Yep. But one thing I did want to talk about is Britney Spears.
Oh, baby girl. Wait, does she have a baby girl?
Does she have a baby?
Yeah, she said she had a baby.
She
got
crazy,
a baby.
Kim. It's funny because
Don't use crazy. Crazy.
Okay.
That's her song.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That was maybe Britney Spears.
She's obviously has issues. Now, I remember when it was like the Free Britney movement was going on.
I was in full support of that.
I know, but I remember having a conversation with you, and I was kind of like, I don't know. I think sometimes
people
we don't know the whole story here, and they do. So maybe there's a little bit more here than we know. Now, I think that she was absolutely taken advantage of, and in just it sounds like she didn't have anybody good around her. Mm-mm. And I mean, again, we don't know the whole story. But it does sound like, her parents kind of used her as a cash cow when she was a little kid, and that's not good for anybody. Mm-hmm. And now she's somebody who just happens to have mental illness. Mm-hmm. And it just seems...
the reason that she's in the news now is because Kevin Federline, her ex, who she has 2 children with, wrote a book and kind of detailed some of like the night before her infamous head shaving incident.
Oh, I didn't see.
He talks about what happened before that.
Oh, what did he say? I didn't see.
I don't know. And then
I gotta look into it.
And then he talked about her making out with one of her dancers or something who was lady.
Oh.
Whatever. But
yeah.
So, but I guess she was in a relationship at the time. So that's the whatever. She was dating him at the time.
Well, I think it sounds to me like she doesn't have any, she just, I do follow her on Instagram and the things that she posts, it does just seem like she's in these homes. She has all this outfits and stuff.
It's like she's always cleaning out her closet. Right. And she's like, oh, put this on.
Right. She does seem very childlike. I mean, she's got to be in her 40s at this point.
Yeah.
Or late 30s at least.
No, she's
40s, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah.
And she has 2 grown children.
Yes.
And I was reading the thing that he was saying, Kevin Federline was saying about how the boys told him that like they didn't want to go to her house anymore.
It's a shame. It's a shame when Kevin Federline is your best parent.
I know. Well, I do remember. I mean, I think he had custody of them for a lot of their childhood. He was like the main parent, which it does seem like she's just not. She wasn't capable of doing that.
Yeah.
And I mean, but when you look at what do you do when you have somebody who has so much money and they're obviously mentally have issues, you like that's when you think like, okay, so they did this conservatorship and it probably was a right thing to do.
Right. It's like when, you know, you have like an aging parent or something like that and you determine that maybe they shouldn't drive a car anymore.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? Or maybe they shouldn't, you know, have full access to all of their money or bank account information. Yeah. It's a shame. The child star thing as a rule is just difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are kids who, and you read about the kids who are okay after all of it, and it sounds like when it's those kids, you do have children that are like, I want to do this thing, and I want to, you know, be in this stuff and do this thing, and then parents who are like, okay, well, I support you in this, but they don't go, you know what I mean? I think they're like, whenever you hear kids who were like weathered that storm, it always seems that they had parents who weren't like, they had other sources of income and
weren't relying on the child solely for money. Yeah.
But, you know, but even Jason Bateman, when you hear him talking about it, like he definitely was an earner for his family. And it sounds like it still impacts him. Like his work ethic is very much like he knew as a child that he had to go and earn money for his family.
Yeah, I think, and that's what I don't think. I don't think it's exclusive to like, I think child stardom can wreak havoc on anyone, even if the parents are okay.
Well, because it's a job. You're taking it would be like taking a kid and putting them in in an office, like any place, and you're around all these adults, all these adult things.
A lot of high pressure situations. A lot of, I mean, especially those kids that carry full movies, like Macaulay Culkin. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
I love that he's doing okay though. And he like loves his wife.
He's a sweetie boy.
Did you see that Kieran Culkin's wife? Like, remember he did that thing, and now she's pregnant. I love it. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they had tough parents, apparently. Like, they had to be emancipated pretty early, right?
They did. And I've heard that your husband's calling you, so we should probably pause it because it's probably something important.
Sure. Okay, sorry about that. I had to hand my husband his keys. This is very important.
I know. I saw your phone. Like, okay, so we're at Kim's house, and you know, her husband went out to walk the dog, and then I see that the phone's ringing with him, and he knew that we were coming back here to podcast, so I'm like, something terrible must be happening. He would never.
Right.
And then he just wanted his keys.
Yeah. So, sorry, guys. But anyway, that's probably a good transition.
It's a good time to transition.
Yeah, let's watch a movie.
Well, we're not going to watch it yet. You have to tell me what it is first.
I know.
Oh, my God, guys, she's so mean.
Bye. Okay, so it's my pick this week, as Emily just so graciously told me.
Yeah, and it's the last Halloween movie. This is our final. This is actually Halloween today. This show comes out on Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Boo.
Someone spelled Halloween wrong the other day on a resume.
Oh, no. Well, okay, first of all, why would you put... I guess if you worked at Spencer's...
They worked at Spirit Halloween.
Oh, Spirit Halloween.
But even worse that they spelled Halloween wrong. It's everywhere.
Well, do you still sing the song?
Of course.
Okay. H-A-L-L-O-W-E-N spells Halloween. I know we went to the same school system growing up, and that was a song you sang.
Of course.
With Miss Campbell. Mm-hmm. I wonder if other people in other states sang that song.
She made it up.
I mean, it's not that complicated of a song.
I wish they had spelling songs for a lot of words. Like separately. Can we make a song about that?
I know. There's so many words that I just cannot, received concisely. I can't spell that to save my life.
Conscience?
Yeah, all those S's and C's really trip me up.
Right. I know, there's a good trick for Wednesday, is the
Wednesday, Connecticut,
Yeah.
But, but Halloween, everyone.
Right?
Spooky.
Okay.
So well, hopefully you're going to listen to this episode as part of your celebrations.
Yeah.
So we're going to make this a spooky duke of a spooky duke of a Halloween episode.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope I picked wisely. This movie was on my list to watch, and then it was actually recommended to me by my sister. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already planning to do it. We'll do it for Halloween.
Okay.
So I think it's a good one. I mean, it is rated PG-13.
Okay, so it's not going to be that scary.
Not super scary. It's not a scary movie.
Okay.
No. It was released on July 31st, 1992.
So it's not a Halloween movie.
I don't think it could be, because that's...
You don't have a good track record with this.
Listen to me.
Okay.
People, as soon as 4th of July ends, there's no other major holidays, so Halloween season begins.
Okay.
Don't you...
Okay, continue.
Come at me, bro.
Okay, PG-13.
PG-13, okay.
What year did it come out?
1992.
92.
Sure,
okay.
Yes. Very mixed reviews, and not the best box office, but it did okay. It just didn't meet the expectations of what they thought it was going to do.
Okay.
It's noted for its dark humor and campy take on vanity, aging, beauty, revenge.
This movie, I just thought of this movie last night and thought, oh, that would be a great Halloween movie.
Oh, so you admit that it is a Halloween movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They have this at, well, can I say it?
Yeah.
Death Becomes
Yes.
Her. This movie actually spooked me out a little bit.
Really?
I saw this I did see this in the theater.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of was unsettling for me. I remember when I saw it. Like, it was a little bit more than what I thought it would be. Because again, as I said before, I don't like any, even like a hint of scariness.
Right.
And I didn't realize it was going to be as scary as it ended up being.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the tagline for this movie is, some people will go to any lengths to stay young forever, but Madeline Ashton and her friend Helen Sharp are about to go too far.
Now, they made this into a musical.
Yes.
Yes, which I would actually like to see. I've heard one of the songs from it became like a TikTok thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it actually doesn't seem that bad.
All right. So, campy, dark comedy, humorous, was shot from December 1991 through April 1992. But then they had to do a ton of reshoots in June 1992 because there was a major re-editing process, because they got really negative feedback about the ending when they tested it with audiences.
I think the ending is horrific.
Well, this is the ending they went with. The old ending was different.
Oh, do you know what it was?
Yes. And I'll tell you when we get there.
Okay.
It's directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Okay. What else did he do? He's famous.
Back to the Future.
Quality.
Another film we watched on the pod, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Not my favorite.
Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Castaway.
Okay.
Polar Express. This man loves Tom Hanks.
I was going to say, why isn't Tom Hanks in this movie?
Right.
I bet you he pitched it to Tom Hanks and the Bruce Willis part, and Tom Hanks was like, not my brand.
There's no mention of that, but you never know. I thought this was interesting. So Zemeckis had something to do with Tales from the Crypt.
Okay.
And they call this movie an extended episode of Tales from the Crypt because he kind of filmed it concurrently while he was producing Tales from the Crypt. So they felt like it was like just, I don't know.
Inspired by, because he was in that zone. He was in that mental place.
Sure.
Okay.
Written by Martin Donovan and David Cope. And they also wrote one other movie together. It was called Apartment Zero, and it came out in 1989. I have never heard of it.
No, I've never heard of it either.
They said, I thought this was funny because it says David Cope was a successful screenwriter whose other notable works include Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, and Mission Impossible.
Okay, those are big
things. Big
ones.
ones. And then for Martin Donovan, it says, an Argentinian screenwriter and director. He's also known for his work as a writer and producer for other projects. Like, they don't give anything specific.
They're just good friends.
Right,
and he was like, listen, I'm writing this thing. I'll get you credit. Yeah. Come help me. Well,
it seems like,
this.
I mean, David Cope, it seems like all of his fame came after this. Jurassic Park. Well, Indiana Jones probably around the same time. Oh. But Mission Impossible, that was later too.
Okay, so he took the success from this and he ran with it.
Yes, while Martin Donovan did not.
No.
He worked on some other projects. We don't want to tell you what they are.
No, not so great.
Sure. The cast is Meryl Streep.
Oh, God. Can't go wrong with freaking Meryl Streep.
Right. And I was thinking how funny it is, and we can talk about this more, but I feel like her character in this is very similar to her character in
Oh,
the
yes.
Roseanne movie.
Yes. In She-Devil.
She-Devil, yes.
It's around the same time period, too. I don't remember the year for that movie.
This is before Meryl Streep had, like, real Meryl Streep cred. So I think...
No.
You don't think?
No, Meryl Streep's been Meryl Streep since, like, the 70s. Okay.
Well, she
kind of was coming back. I feel like she had all of those, like Kramer versus Kramer and, you know, all those other things that she did back in the day. And then I feel like there was a real Meryl Streep mainstream comedy resurgence. Like this was her getting into, like, she was always the drama person. Okay. And I feel like this She-Devil, this is her getting more into comedy.
I didn't realize you knew so much about Meryl Streep. I apologize.
Kim, I had, so as everyone who listens to this podcast knows, I went to art school and my, the guy who was the head of the program that I was in, Jeff Ryder, shout out Jeff Ryder. He loved Meryl Streep and he would always say, Meryl frickin' Streep.
Okay.
And, oh my God, he loved her. We did a lot of Meryl Streep stuff. So I feel like I learned a lot about her during my college years. I majored in Meryl Streep in college.
Okay. Well, Meryl Streep did not love doing this movie. She hated that there were so many visual effects. And she said it was like going to the dentist. Oh. And she never wanted to do it again.
Okay.
And also, quick side note, she's dating Martin Short, and I love that.
In real life? See, I didn't know if that was real or not.
Real. I love it.
I love it too.
It's the best thing.
That's so good. Happened. Good. I'm so happy for them because his wife died. And it's sad. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay. You also
that just makes me happy.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
I know my mom's happy too. Yeah. Nancy, you're happy about that. I know.
Goldie Hawn is also in it. She plays Helen Sharp. Then you have Bruce Willis.
Yes.
And he plays Ernest Menville. So Kevin Kline was initially given this part.
Oh, he would be.
Yeah, but he had to drop out because of a pay dispute of some sort.
Okay. Kevin Kline does not work for that little.
That's right. He does not get out of bed for that little money. So other people they considered were Jeff Bridges and Nick Nolte.
No.
Which, too beefy.
Too beefy.
So they got Bruce Willis, and they were pretty excited about that. You also have Isabella Rosellini.
Now, did you know that, Wednesday Addams, what's her name? Who plays Wednesday Addams?
Yeah, Jenna Ortega.
Yes. When she showed up for the Oscars, they were saying that her dress was an homage to Isabella Rossellini in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I love.
Right. And then you also have a guest role by the one and only Fabio.
Oh, I forgot that he's in this.
You guys will never understand the phenomenon that was Fabio.
No, I listened to him on a podcast not long ago, and because I was seriously fascinated to learn more about him. And honestly, very interesting guy comes like his family is like this amazing, did all this amazing stuff in Italy.
Okay.
And
is he Italian?
He's Italian. Okay. And his dad was some sort of like,
well, he became famous
thing, and he's very smart too. Like he had all these, if I recall correctly, it's like, it's bizarre that he ended up being what he is.
Well, you probably think he's handsome. I do not.
Oh, I never would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. I don't know
like your type.
No, he's like old ladies from the 90s.
He became very popular because he was on the cover of books that my mom calls Passion in the Pines.
Yeah. Are romance novels even a thing anymore?
Yes, but now they're called chick lit and they're differently covered and stuff like that. I think they do make, passion-y romance books, but the ones in the 80s and 90s were like the covers were embossed, and it was usually like a scantily dressed woman with a shirtless man like embracing on the cover with like the hair
and
flowing.
A horse. There was always a horse
and a sword.
But it was funny because some of them, they looked like paintings, but they weren't paintings. Right. They were like photos, but they were like soft tinged. Yeah, tinged. Mm-hmm. But yes, he was famous for being the model, and people just got fascinated with him.
Yeah, and then he did a lot of commercials and stuff, and he would do a lot of guest starring roles.
I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
Yeah.
Right. And then he famously was at an opening of a theme park one time and rode a roller coaster, and he got hit in the face with a bird on the roller coaster.
I remember that. I wish there was footage of that.
There is.
Is there?
Oh, yes.
Oh, we're going to watch it after. Okay.
I'm like,
that's great. I forgot that he's in
and
this.
He's like blood on his face and everything from
Fabio.
that.
Fabio!
All right. So back to this movie.
Okay.
The budget was $55 million.
Big budget.
It is huge. It domestically grossed $58.4 million. Domestic means in the United States, Emily.
Kim, we talk about it every week on this podcast. Us, me, and our audience knows what domestically means.
Worldwide, it was $149 million. So that's pretty good.
I mean, they made their money back.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of times with movies, that's all you want.
Right.
It's just to make, get your return on investment. Critical reception is very mixed, as I noted earlier. The Chicago Tribune called it intensely grotesque, relentlessly misanthropic, and spectacularly tasteless, but diabolically inventive and very, very funny.
Okay.
Time Out said it's sporadically very funny indeed, far from sophisticated in its satire of narcissism, but enormous fun.
Okay.
And I had trouble finding what Ebert said, but I was told that Ebert and Siskel gave it a thumbs down. Yes.
Really did.
Yeah, they really liked the special effects, but they felt it lacked a lot of substance. So.
Okay. It's definitely like, I don't know. I have not seen it in years because I find it,
unsettling.
It's unsettling. I find it very unsettling. And while I like the look of it, like as I think of it, I like the colors of it. It's very specific in how it looks and everything. And I know the beginning part is really great, but then when it gets dark, it really gets dark. It does
get very dark.
Yeah.
The special effects did win an award. It won the Academy Award and a BAFTA for Best Visual Effects. And it beat out Batman Returns for the Academy Award, which is interesting. So that was highly praised. And then additionally, I mean, you have three powerhouses, Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn, and Bruce Willis. So they said, their acting is obviously quite good.
Sure.
Isabella Rosellini, she won a Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress.
She's in one scene in this.
Yeah, she's very limited in this, but
memorable.
Isabella Rosellini is known for just being beautiful. Like that's her main claim to fame, right?
But she's
someone's daughter.
Yeah, she's Ingrid Bergman's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and her dad is a famous Italian director,
Jack Rossellini.
No,
that's not real.
No,
I was lying.
But she has a twin sister. I really love her. I follow her on Instagram. She's a really interesting person. So she dated who is the director who died, who did Twin Peaks, very weird guy. Everyone's yelling it at us right now, but I can't for the life of me. David Lynch.
Yeah.
So she dated David Lynch and was in a lot of his movies, kind of his muse for a long time. And that's kind of how we knew her in the 90s. And she was a model. I mean, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Yes.
She's very beautiful. She looks just like her mom. But she herself, she's done all these weird art things. And she did this series of videos, and you can still see them online. Every once in a while, they'll come up in my feed where she talks about the different mating processes of like all different animals. But she like dresses up like the animal and it sounds like it would be terrible. It does. But it's actually fascinating. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's funny about us talking about the fact she's so beautiful, she actually used a body double in this movie.
Oh, that's funny.
Because she didn't feel like she was statuesque enough.
Oh,
to use her body. And the body that she used belonged to Catherine Bell, who actually became an actress in her own right. She was on JAG.
Like I watched JAG.
I know, but she's around for a while.
Okay.
I feel like
I probably know her face.
Yeah. But they said it was funny because the actress who was her body double was only like one inch taller than her. That's so funny. Like no more statuesque.
Yeah, she was a model for gosh sake.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like her skin is just amazing.
Yeah.
So. Shot around Los Angeles, so there's a lot of very popular Los Angeles sites apparently in the movie. I did not include those because who cares? The mansion that they supposedly lived in was a real location in San Marino, California that they used the exteriors of, but they built a set for all the interior stuff. So I talked about the alternate ending, and initially Tracy Ullman was also in this movie.
Okay.
She shot like 2 days on set, and she played this bartender, and she was also Ernest, Bruce Willis's girlfriend.
Okay.
And the original happier ending, it was less dark, had Tracy Ullman's character running away to Europe
With him. Okay.
But then they cut the whole thing out because people did not like that ending.
Okay.
So she was cut from the movie. That whole thing.
I like that ending more than the actual. The actual ending is super dark. And like, again, unsettling. I have not seen it since I saw it in the movie theater.
Right. Well, they just felt it was too saccharine that way. And it just like tied everything into too neat of a bow. You know what I mean? Right. So they really wanted to mix it up some.
Well, I would say that the ending of this movie is definitely, it's the right ending.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. Yeah. And
it fits.
It fits with the movie, with the vibe of the movie. I mean, I feel like I'm interested to see it. I think that it's going to be, you know, I think that I think it's going to be a good movie to watch and a delight to see Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep
at their finest. Just real quickly, Industrial Light and Magic, you've heard of them. They did all the visual effects for the film, and many of the effects are like neck twisting, holes in bodies.
Yeah.
They did a combination of prosthetics and practical effects, as well as blue and green screen composting, rotoscoping,
okay.
And something called match move, which I guess is used where
you match moves.
Yeah, you match moves. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I guess that's where they are able to like use the actor's head, but with like a body that is different.
Sure.
Very advanced for the time, especially all of like the flesh wounds and things like that. They were altered a little bit digitally, which is something that was more new at the time. There's a scene where Meryl Streep is like swinging a shovel around.
Yes.
She accidentally scarred Goldie Hawn's cheek with the shovel while they were play fighting in the movie.
Oh no.
So we'll have to.
Are they friends in real life?
I don't know.
Okay.
One thing I thought was really funny, they said during filming, Robert Zemeckis would say, "Hold on to your butts."
Okay. Okay.
And screenwriter David Cope, who I mentioned before, was he collaborated with Robert Zemeckis a lot, but he wrote that as a catchphrase for Samuel L. Jackson in Jurassic Park.
I was going to say, I've heard that recently.
Hold on to your butts.
That's so funny.
Yeah. There's also a scene that we need to look out for. I guess there's a scene in the emergency room of a hospital, and he's looking for like Bruce Willis is looking for a doctor.
Right.
Kurt Russell is giving an interview on TV in the background, in the waiting room of the hospital. So obviously, you know, Kurt and Goldie were married.
Yeah. They're not married.
Well,
famously
they were
not
together.
Married. Yes.
Since, you know.
Kim, they're not married.
I know.
We were with Kurt Russell all last season. Come on.
You talked about the musical adaptation, Death Becomes Her, was produced originally in Chicago in like spring, early summer of 2024. Got a lot of praise. Michelle Williams.
Okay.
She actually starred in it as the Isabella Rosellini character, but they changed the name of the character for the play.
I would go see it.
It was later announced to begin on Broadway, and it started last November. They started showing.
Right.
Yes. It actually got 10 nominations.
Wow.
Tony nominations, and it did win one for costume design.
It's interesting to me how many pop culture things are turned into, you know, these things. And we did verify. So a couple episodes back, we did Clue. Mm-hmm. And we were talking, after we saw it, we were talking about how it would make a great play. Because it seems like a play. And we did verify after watching it that it was turned into a play.
Right. Just quickly, I'll talk about some of the themes of this are vanity and beauty and the fear of aging, which is funny because we kind of talked about this last night, how Hollywood actors don't age.
Oh, yeah. And it freaks me out.
Right. Yeah. This kind of basically talks about that. And then it's like a satire on Hollywood and celebrity culture and how, you know, there's just this constant move to be perfect and to never age and to always stay, you know.
Yeah. Well,
beautiful.
we were talking. So I was telling Kim last night how it really freaks me out, how it's almost this weird class thing that's happening where the celebrities, they do not age. Like we were talking about Kris Jenner, and that woman is 69 years old. And if you see her face, she recently had like a facelift and she does not look like she's 69 years old. And the way that, you know, the men dye their hair all the time. Like it's this continual youth that now we don't have medicine for so many different things, but God damn it, we know how to make a celebrity's face stay the same.
Yeah.
But you figured you do see some famous actors and actresses who do let themselves age. And I feel like a lot of the times those actors and actresses are like more the serious actors and actresses who just are like, oh, I'm an actor and I just...
And that helps your role.
Right.
Like if you're going to play a gritty person or like someone who's on hard times, you can't have like a fully Botoxed forehead.
Well, I think of like Frances McDormand. Yeah. Who's a fantastic actress. And she's just like, no, this is who I am. And people I feel like those actors and actresses still get starring roles just because they're so good at their craft. So, I always think of Nicole Kidman with this because I think she's someone who just can't let it go. And her face looks so weird. I mean, I can't imagine what these faces look like in real life.
Sure.
Well,
yeah. I mean, you can jump in and explore a lot of this about this movie, like the societal pressure.
Sure.
To look nice. Also, female versus female. Rivalries and things like that, competition and jealousy. The idea that you have like this eternal youth, but at the same time, your body's decay anyway, and you're dying anyway. So if you really jump into the themes of this, it's pretty interesting, especially considering that was 1992. And we've talked about before, back then in the 80s a little bit more, you were allowed to have weird teeth. You were allowed to have pock face. You were allowed to
regular
have
hair.
Yeah. And they, and I guess the early 90s must have ushered in more of that.
Men were allowed to have just a natural hairline.
Yeah. So, very interesting.
I'm interested to watch it. I think we'll probably have a lot to say about these things after we see it.
Right. And I just want to tell you really quickly, I'm sorry.
I know you have lots of facts, but they're great facts. I love it.
I know.
I know they are great.
I know they are. I worked hard on this one. Bruce Willis. We got to talk about Bruce Willis for a second.
Yes.
He's obviously very famous. He was born in 1955 in West Germany because his father was in the military, but he grew up in Jersey.
I know he used to bartend down here where we are right now in Wildwood.
And he went to prom or something with like my mom's cousin.
Interesting.
But anyway,
did he go to high school around here?
Yes.
Where did he go to high school?
He went to he briefly attended Montclair State College.
Okay.
So he's somewhere
up there,
up that area.
Okay.
He got started at Broadway, small TV roles, gradually led to a lot more work. His big breaks were Moonlighting and Die Hard. Then he came back. Die Hard was 1988.
Oh, yeah.
And then he came back in 1994 with Pulp Fiction. He was in 12 Monkeys, which you talked about on the last episode.
We just saw that. And I just watched Pulp Fiction not that long ago with my daughter, which holds up. Yeah. It's so good.
And then you have Armageddon.
He's been in so much.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
And then he was in a couple other M. Night Shyamalan movies. So anyway, he's famously been married to Demi Moore. They had 3 daughters together. And he's currently married to Emma Hemming Willis. And they have 2 daughters together.
So many girls.
Yes. And he has a grandchild from Rumor Willis. So he recently, March 2022, it was announced he was diagnosed with aphasia, and that impairs expression and understanding of language. But then almost a year later, they came out and basically shared a more specific diagnosis. It's called frontotemporal dementia. And it's a group of brain disorders affecting the frontal and temporal lobes, which can lead to changes in language, behavior, personality, and movement. His condition continues to progress, and he ultimately retired from acting because of that. Yeah. And I was reading some things too, like he lives in a home that's separate from his family because they did it mostly for his younger children so that they have a more like steady lifestyle, and he's getting the care he needs. Obviously,
that's got to be so hard for young kids too, and for his wife.
His wife, I think, just wrote a book, and has been talking about it. But it's just it's a fascinating thing.
Well, it seems like Demi Moore, like they stayed friends. Yes, it's like I remember during the pandemic, they would like all be together. Like she's good with, it's a very, friendly relationship that they had.
He seems to have a good, strong support system. So hopefully he's being well cared for.
It's so funny. I just had a big conversation with someone about Bruce Willis and, that the person was saying how, because I was like, oh, it's so sad. She's like, yeah, it's sad. But she's like, on the other side of it, he's so surrounded by so much love and so taken care of. And so it's like a nice
Yeah,
thing.
and to be like, and if you're very limited in what you're able to do and participate in, but to know that you have this love around you must be a very good way to live your life.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Bruce.
I know. But anyway.
And it's also sad because there is a rest stop.
Yes.
In our county on the Parkway.
The Bruce Willis rest area.
All the rest areas on the Garden State Parkway in New Jersey are named for famous people.
Yes.
And we have the Bruce Willis one.
Right.
But right now it's shut down. And I feel like that's very sad to me.
It is sad. He didn't
Like,
retire from rest stopping.
I know, like every time you drive by, my hope is that they're refurbishing it.
I think they are.
Because that one's kind of
It just changed its name. It's just
they changed all of them along the way. But all of the rest stops, because I end up driving up the Parkway quite a bit because of, my brother and everything. But so I've stopped at many of the rest stops, and they're all very, like, a certain way, very big. They have all kinds of stuff in it. But the Bruce Willis one is pretty dink.
We're not getting a good rest stop, so don't even ask.
We're not getting
I don't think so.
I think we should. We have lots of people that come down here.
Okay. This is so off topic, but do you remember that rest stop used to have a Roy Rogers?
Of course I do.
And
we would get it for dinner sometimes.
Did you know that they just reopened one Roy Rogers restaurant? Or not one, I don't know, but they opened one up near like Marlton, Cherry Hill area, I think.
Okay.
And it had lines for days and days and days.
I would love to go to it.
I saw people posting in this group, like, tell me what's going on at the Roy Rogers. Can you even get close to it yet? Like, people were super excited about it.
I loved it. We used to stop there a lot after sports games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the mall. But I also feel like, too, for me, I always remember, like, if we went to the mall and we didn't eat at the mall, Roy Rogers was like your last chance to get like takeout food on the way home. And if your mom drove past you were out of luck.
You're like,
man, we got to eat home food.
Oh, now I want Roy Rogers. All right, well, let's go watch this movie. I'm excited. Holy smokes, I have so many things to say.
Holy smokes.
Okay, I'm going to start off by saying this. Out of all this Halloween, this spooky season, it was, instead of 4 weeks, it was a 5 episode season. And I have to say that out of all of the Halloween movies we watched this year, this was the scariest to me.
Oh my God.
It really was.
It was?
Absolutely, because it's like an existential, like, horror.
Frightening.
Yeah, like it really is scary and horrifying at your very core.
Right.
I mean, were you scared?
No. I loved it.
Yes, absolutely. Love this movie. It's so great. I can't believe that it wasn't reviewed better.
I'm really surprised.
It's a terrific movie.
It's really good, and it holds up pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, the themes are obviously very current. The effects were done in a way that, I mean, there's some that aren't the best.
But they're still just as good as anything today. I mean, when you think about the technology at that time.
Right. And because what's happening to these women is so weird that it's okay that it's a little off, because what's happening to them is very off.
Well, what I liked about it was that the effects weren't, while they were extreme, they also fit within the real world. Like, they were very subtle almost in a weird way.
Okay.
Like when, like she comes back to life, it's like in the background, it's happening. And it's not in your face.
Right. Yeah. You don't watch it up close, but you can see it happening. So you see how unnatural it is.
Yeah.
But also, and it's creepy. Like, I mean, they come back together very much like dolls.
Yeah. Oh, and the sounds that their booms make and everything. I can't believe this is a PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
There's just, it's first of all, it's really creepy and scary. But the movie itself, I mean, it looks great. The colors in it, the way they light Goldie Hawn's face.
And like, did you notice too? I mean, I don't usually notice stuff like this, but did you notice like the use of shadows?
Oh, yeah.
To like make them like monsters.
Yes.
And like him, like he was very human, like, but they were very like out of focus and blobbish in their shadows, so they look like creatures kind of thing. And like
they're so skinny and like
and you could see
spiky.
like Goldie Hawn's hole in the shadow and stuff like that.
So I mean, I have so many good things to say about this movie. It's so well acted. Everybody in this movie is great. The only thing is Fabio is not in this movie.
He's in it.
Oh, he's in it. But
you saw him. He was like in the background. He was like he's one of the men wearing belts.
Yeah, he wasn't in it. Yeah.
He doesn't speak.
I guess at that time he wasn't maybe he wasn't as famous as he became.
Yeah. You don't even see him. So there's no wink to him being in it or anything.
But at that time, he probably wasn't Fabio.
No, he probably became not full fobs.
Yeah. But I mean, oh my God. It's so freaking good. The one thing I have to say, I have a lot of things to say, not just one.
Yeah, clearly.
But a thing that I kept thinking about throughout this is between the three of them. So there's they really are, there is no single star of this movie. Mm-mm. It really is it's the three of them, right?
Bruce Willis,
Meryl Streep,
Goldie Hawn.
And they each are equally featured in this movie, and they share the lead together as an ensemble. And a lot of times when I'm watching movies, I try and track where you are in the movie based on the three acts, the three acts. And I try and think of, okay, well, where's the first act end? And where's what's the first act decision? And when I was thinking about that, it really is, as much as they put this movie down, it's very interesting structurally, the way it's put together, because each of them, the three of them, they each have a first act decision, right?
They all have an arc.
They all have an arc. And each of them, so the first act decision of Meryl Streep. So she drinks the potion. Right. That's her first act decision. The first act decision of Goldie Hawn is when she's in that mental hospital and she realizes that she has to kill Madeline. Right. Right. That's her first act decision. And then you have Bruce Willis, and his is when he decides that he's going to kill Madeline, right? When he's okay, I'm with this plan. I'm going to, set this, and not when he thinks about it with Goldie Hawn, but when he actually, because he makes that decision to push her down the stairs. Right. And that happens late in the movie. But each of them go through their own arcs in this, and then it all comes together. I feel like, the Madeline and, I can't remember Helen characters, when they finally make up, that's kind of their resolution at the end of their, the end of their second act. But their third act is it's all downhill from there. But it's a very interesting in that way that usually, even when you have an ensemble cast, there is you know what I mean? There's an individual, there's a protagonist that you're focused on. But I don't know if you could say out of the three, I mean, Bruce Willis ultimately is, I guess he's the but he's not. There's no protagonist.
Wouldn't it be Helen? Wouldn't it be Goldie Hawn? Because she sets things in, I don't know. No, or the lady that gives them the serum.
They all, she would be the, there's a name for her characters, but that there's no antagonist, and there's no clear antagonist, and there's no clear protagonist. Okay. It's almost like life and death that's the things in this movie. But I don't know. I thought that was really, really interesting about it.
Speaking of the three leads in the movie, I really also thought that they were equally weighted talent-wise.
Yes.
And I feel like that's hard to do when you're talking about Meryl Streep.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Not many people live up to her, but Bruce Willis is phenomenal in this movie.
Oh, my God. He's so funny.
Yeah.
And he's definitely the straight man in this. But he's fantastic. He plays it so well. And it's for him, I mean, he became this action star.
Right.
But think about that in this day and age. He's letting himself be kind of schlubby.
Right. Frumpy.
But he's the funny one in this. I mean, the whole movie kind of has those funny moments in it. Yeah. I mean, I guess it too is a comedy horror movie.
It's funny.
It's very funny. There's great parts, but they all are riveting.
They're great at it.
Yeah, it just surprises me that
a lot of times when you're watching something like that too, you think of I always think of what it's like for the actors to work together, and if it's a new actor and what they must feel when they're having to work with someone that's established, or someone, I mean, if you rank those three people, I think you would be well, Bruce Willis is the lesser. But
he holds his own.
He really holds his own. I mean, he's great. Really great.
I mean, I remember when this movie came out, it was definitely all about Meryl Streep and
Goldie Hawn. Sure.
And they look great. I mean, oh my God, they look great until the end. I mean, they look phenomenal in this movie.
Well, I think Goldie Hawn is like she was born in 1945.
Okay.
So does that make her our age when
this came out?
When this came out?
I mean, she was in her 40s, but I mean, she looks great in it. And so does Meryl Streep. I mean, awesome. And you're right. They really do all share how, and really this whole movie is the three of them. And that's really it. I mean, you have Isabella Rosellini.
Right.
And she comes in at some key moments. And there's some other people around. It's funny. As I said in the first half, I really have not watched this because it creeped me out so much as a kid.
Well, it's funny you say a kid. We were like 15 years old when this came out.
I know, but I told you, I'm weak.
You are. Stay weak, folks.
That's right. That's what we say here. Stay weak. So I still am. I'm a little creeped out by the whole thing. But I did not remember a lot of this movie. I remember the broad strokes, but the little moments in this, like Sidney Pollack as the doctor. Yeah. What a great scene. I mean, he really comes in. That's a wonderful scene. Isabella Rosellini is also terrific. Sure. Like she steals it. And then there's a party at the end, which I think just completely, I forgot about. Just completely went over our heads.
I mean, do we need to start from the beginning and kind of talk it through?
Yeah, we can kind of do a thing, I think.
Because in the beginning, I didn't even remember that whole thing about Madeline having like a Broadway musical, but everyone is kind of like, disgusted by it.
It's funny because I did remember that.
You did?
Yeah, I did remember that she had that, which now I really want to see the musical because I want to see if they do that, which is so good.
And she has like she does a full song.
Oh, and dance number and everything, which the whole time I'm watching that, I'm thinking, I can't, like they rehearsed this.
Right, and I love it.
Yes, it's great. It's great.
But, so Helen is with Ernest. Goldie Hawn is with Bruce Willis, and they go to see her play. And he loves it, and they go backstage, and pretty much that starts.
Well, it's so similar to, we were talking about the similarities between this and She-Devil. Yeah. And that is extremely the same. Like, you even commented when we were watching, you're like, oh, Goldie Hawn is Roseanne.
Right.
And she really, and this, we also figured out that this movie came out after She-Devil, which is interesting.
Oh, it did?
Yes.
I thought you said 99.
No, 89.
Oh, okay.
So this movie came out after that, and they're very close to each other.
It's funny, too, because they wear the pins in She-Devil. They wear pins in this to signify that they're in this
Roseanne
club.
was probably like, God damn it.
Meryl Streep's in both.
She is in both.
And she's the same character in both.
She's the same. And it's the same thing where so they couldn't have made Goldie Hawn look more plain with that.
I know.
Funny hair.
With her brown hair.
Her brown hair. Well, I think it's kind of the same, but they really like lighten it up and make it more of the strawberry blonde.
Reddish, yes.
Yeah. But, when you first see her and then you have, Bruce Willis, who's just in love with Meryl Streep, and you find out that this has just been their whole life.
Sure. It seems like, Meryl Streep's character has constantly taken men away from Goldie Hawn.
Yes.
And so this time she like loses her shit completely. She puts on a lot of weight. She ends up with like 27 cats. And she's
that's so
obsessed
funny.
with Meryl Streep. Like she's watching all her movies and things like that. And so they commit her. Like she gets committed.
Yeah.
And she has to go to therapy. And apparently she's always talking about Meryl Streep in there and all like she's driving all the other people crazier.
Right. And her therapist is Susan from Sesame Street.
Yes. And she yells at her and she's basically like, you got to get over this. You got to figure out what it is.
Which is good therapy. That's what you should do.
You should yell in someone's face.
Yeah, because that's what works. I wanted to ask, why is it that cats are always associated with crazy?
I think it's like one cat or two cats, not crazy.
Is rich. One pretty cat is rich.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Especially if it sleeps on a fancy pillow.
Correct.
But then when you get to multiple cats, because you know what one cat smells like.
Right.
If you don't change a litter box.
Yeah.
So what do 12 cats smell like?
Oh, I know, because I lived in an apartment building one time in Philadelphia where the woman who owned the building lived on the first floor and she was a crazy cat lady.
Remember, I
would smell so bad.
And I was so allergic to cats and I would nearly die when I went there. I remember leaving your apartment. We would be like, okay, hold your breath. And we would like run down the steps.
Well, I remember telling people when I would bring them to the apartment, because you had to go, I lived on the second floor. Mm-hmm. So I would tell people, okay, my neighbor downstairs, like, is a hoarder and it smells really, really, really bad. And you just have to, and I remember having a neighbor who always had like eucalyptus stuff outside of her door. So I feel like that person was just trying to
combat it.
Yeah, to combat it. And I remember one time that lady like came out and was like yelling and freaking out.
The cat lady?
Yeah. And I had one cat when I lived there.
I remember.
And one time I know this is like completely off topic, but one time I walked in and there was a cat that looked exactly like my cat downstairs, except it had one eye.
Oh, God.
And I thought that my cat got loose and got in a fight with one of the other cats that lived there. And I remember just looking at this cat going like, Michelle?
Right.
And then like I got real freaked out and it like went away and I went upstairs and it wasn't my cat. But there was just, it was so creepy.
Yeah.
It was awful. Awful.
Yeah, that was
a
bad place.
Cats definitely
Yeah, so many cats,
stink.
you know what they stink like. And I think that's the thing is like, no matter how good of a job you do cleaning, that number of cats is getting away from you.
Oh, I know. I also had friends when I was growing up friends in that I knew when I lived in Philadelphia as well, who were just like normal. They were like a normal couple and they had this beautiful apartment that I used to apartment sit for them sometimes. And they rescued a bunch of cats from this thing and they decided to keep them. And it was like 5 kids.
It's too many.
And it was, I just remember before that they'd had one cat and you would go and I would take care of the cat and I would stay at the apartment and it was fine. It was one cat. But then once they had 5, it was like to go in that apartment was just like, oh my God. Now it looks the same, but it's disgusting.
Yeah. So I think that's the thing is like to be able to live with that. Yeah. You have to be a certain level of crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Well, there you go. Thanks for clearing that up.
Sure.
So yes.
I'm a therapist too.
Thank you. Start yelling at me. So then she goes completely nuts. But the therapist says when they're having this yelling moment, she kind of says, you need to eliminate her.
Right.
And right when she says eliminate, she's like, oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Which that therapist was just like,
right.
I'm just going to ignore this.
And so that was 7 years later. And then we go another 7 years and Ernest and Madeline are at the book release.
Well, you find out that they've been married. Yes. And that Madeline now, or Helen, no, Madeline. So that's Meryl Streep. She is like trying to, she wakes up and she's getting older. She's 50, they say. And she's got like, she wakes up and she's got stuff on her face and like bandages up and just, you find out that she's really been working against it. And at one point she goes to, she finds out she has to go to this book party. Is that what happens? Or is it after? Oh yeah. She finds out she has to go to the book party. So she like goes to this spa, which you can tell is like a weird place because they show you inside one of the doors and someone's having like a full blood transfusion.
Right. And they're on some sort of like weird rack type thing.
Yeah. Who knows? Whatever. But she goes in and she's just like, I need to have a transfusion. Like I need to have a plasma separation or something. And the girl's like, you can't. Like you can only do that once every 6 months. And she's like, well, money's no object. And then all of a sudden some man appears in the room and he's got like a weird eye thing happening. Yeah. And he's just like, listen, I heard what you said. Take this card. And this is a very select group. Like, don't tell anybody, but go here and it'll all be good. Right. So, but she's just kind of like, all right, you're crazy. And she doesn't listen. But she goes to the book party that night with Bruce Willis, who's now turned into, he was a plastic surgeon.
And he was like top of his game, like
the best.
Making advances in science. And they've clearly made money collectively, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he won't divorce her because she'll get everything, I assume.
Yeah.
So anyway, they go to the book party and Bruce Willis and they see Goldie Hawn. And of course, she's like hot.
She's beautiful.
Right.
Oh my God. She looks so good.
So she starts to try to take Bruce Willis back.
Yes.
And because she's going to kill Madeline.
Right. And this has obviously been her plan throughout. And Meryl Streep is just so shocked by seeing how great she looks. And right away, Helen is trying to steal back Bruce Willis. And so Meryl Streep kind of freaks out. There is one scene where she runs to the arms of a young man who is the guy from Mystic Pizza.
Right.
And that's like her boy toy that they've been you know, that's her side piece.
She's been shagging him.
Yeah. And he basically is like, yeah.
Well, he's like, do you know what people say to me? People say this, we look ridiculous because he's so young and she's so old.
Yeah. Yeah. And so she loses her shit.
She got hagged.
She got hagged. Oh man, this whole season is full circle. So she loses her shit and she finds the card that the guy gave her and she goes there. And that is this amazing like Art Deco haunted house.
Right.
And inside we meet
Isabella
Rosellini.
Who?
Liesel.
Oh yeah, von Ruhlmann.
Yes. And when she gets there, like Liesel comes out and she's got like her big necklace shirt on and she's just walking very slow and intentional and it's basically like, hey, do you want to live forever? Here, this will make you great. Like, yeah.
And she shows her, like at first Meryl Streep's like, nah. And then she shows her, she cuts her little fingertip and then puts it on her hand and
she goes from freckly old hand, which both Kim and I are like looking at her hands like,
and they become young and beautiful. And then she's sold and she pays the money and she takes the drink. And she goes home.
And right away, I mean, and it changes her immediately. Like she's downstairs in the foyer at Liesel's house and her boobs go back.
Right.
And her face gets young.
Her butt gets all tight.
Yeah. And she's just like, oh my God. And she goes home and she does what everyone would do, which is start putting on full body leotards.
Right. Full spandex from head to toe.
Full spandex from head to toe with some sort of like thing on. And it's funny because you made the comment and I knew it before you even said it where you were like, maybe I'll start dressing like that. And I would be here for it. If you wanted to wear full body leotards and like cover it up with
diaphanous scarf thingy.
I think you'd look great. You should do it.
Okay. That's a true sign of someone going crazy.
Yeah. When we start doing that. Yeah. But so this is like night one. She's taken the potion. She goes home immediately. She gets changed into her unitard. And at that point, prior to that, while she's out having her adventure, you find out that Bruce Willis and Goldie Hawn are conspiring. Like she comes to see him.
Well, right. Yeah. Goldie Hawn is very much convincing Bruce Willis of what needs to happen. Yes. He's like, for us to be together. And she's like seducing him and she's saying sexual.
Yes, sex.
And she pretty much convinces him that this is what they have to do. But then he's like, no, we can't do it. We can't do it. She leaves. Meryl Streep comes home and then they get into a big fight.
Yes, Meryl Streep and Bruce Willis. And they had this whole, Goldie Hawn and Bruce Willis have this whole plan about like Goldie Hawn tells him how he's going to kill her.
Basically,
and
she's going to drive off the cliff.
Yeah, they're going to poison her. Then they're going to push the car over the cliff. But, which is it's a very funny movie. But then he's all worked up and he gets in a fight with Meryl Streep and they're at the top of the stairs and she kind of like tilts back off them. And
she's teetering.
And he could easily grab her and pull her up.
Well, and he thinks about it for a second. Like she's being really mean to him. She says the word flaccid about 900 times.
Oh my God. It's
and
very
then
funny.
She's like teetering and she's like, please help me. And you see him soften to her and he's going to help her. And then she's like, you just do it, you little wimp, or something like that. And then he's like,
he boops her. And her falling down the stairs is visceral. The sounds it makes, you see her head snap.
You see it hit the
it's
the
hard
steps.
Marble. They're hard marble steps. And she is like battering her body. And when she gets to the bottom, it's like a doll. Like her legs are just askew and like she's just a pile of bones essentially on the ground. And he freaks out and he goes and calls Goldie Hawn. And immediately she's just like, what didn't you understand about the plan that we had?
Fucked up.
Yeah. Like, I don't know you, prank caller.
Right.
But she's like, all right, like, we'll figure this out.
But it's amazing because the whole time too, you see, so Bruce Willis is on the phone in the foreground.
The background's blurry.
And the background's blurry.
Yes, exactly.
And then you start to see it come more into focus as Meryl Streep puts herself back together. Yeah, she starts to like animate her body and come back into herself. And it's very like, these awkward poses and positions.
She's like stumbling around.
Right. But that's why you said it's great because it's implied.
Right.
And you don't have to see it up close to know what's happening.
It's creepy as hell too. And Because if this was a different tone of a movie, like if it wasn't a comedy and it wasn't these people, it's a horror movie. Like that same thing with a different, in a different setting, different character, just the motions and everything else would be a horror movie.
Yeah.
And she starts walking, and it's excellent physical comedy. I mean, excellent. And it's definitely her. And
they have.
Well, so it's supposed to be that her head's on backwards, so her head's twisted, and her body is acting it out. And I made the comment that, like, that's actually her doing the physical thing.
Right.
And she does such a great job with it. The head looks a little too small for her body.
Yeah, it does. That's the one, I will say that's the one place where it's just like, you can tell the head's like slightly too small and it doesn't quite work.
Right.
But
you forgive
other
it.
other than that, it's all very good. So Goldie Hawn comes over. And she's going to like, they think.
Well, then she like spins her head around and like Bruce Willis is freaking out. He's like, you're dead. Like, I don't understand what happened. And then they go to the emergency room. And this is I loved this scene so much with Sidney Pollack, who is the doctor in the emergency room. And he examines her and like her neck, because her neck spun around, but they've put it back to normal, but she still has like bones are weird on her clavicle.
Yeah, her wrist is broken in like a bunch of places.
And he's like bending her wrist. He's like, this doesn't hurt you. And she's like, no. And then he's like, all right, let's see this neck thing. And she like opens her thing and he just like freaks out.
Yeah.
And then
and he has a stethoscope and he's like listening to her heart with a stethoscope and he's just like, this thing's broken. He throws it in the trash and he gets another one.
And he tries again.
Which is another classic.
And then like Bruce Willis has like a flask and he's like, give me some of that.
Yeah. And then he's like, I gotta go. And he leaves the room. And then you see Bruce Willis running through the hospital. And he's like, where are all the doctors? And you see that they are performing.
They're helping him.
Resuscitating the doctor because he's had some sort of cardiac event.
But which I didn't remember that part at all. But that in and of itself is kind of a scary moment. And then when he goes back to the room, she's gone. And there's like a nurse or somebody there and he's freaking out. He's like, where's my wife? And she's like, it's okay. Like, you can grieve. She's gone. And he's like, no, like he knows she's not. Yeah. And he's like, where did you take her? And she said, the morgue. So he goes down to the morgue, which again, creepy scene with these like floating nuns coming down the hallway.
Oh, I must have missed that.
You can see the floating nuns. There's just some very unsettling parts to this, which is, again, strange because it doesn't look like that kind of movie at all. It's like a very Hollywood movie.
Yeah, very polished.
Very polished. But he goes to the morgue and she is in a body bag in one of the things. Right. And he has this moment of clarity. He's like, okay, this is a sign. You are a miracle. This is saying that, I shouldn't have killed you. We're supposed to be together. And, this is our second chance. So he takes her back. And I don't know if we mentioned that. So he was this amazing plastic surgeon, but in his he had like a downfall and they don't say exactly what happened, but he's drinking a lot and you connect it to Meryl Streep, like sucked the life out of him. And now he's just like a brilliant mortician, essentially. So he takes her back and he's now spray painting her skin and making her look normal again. And she does. He puts her back together. She looks beautiful. Well, here comes Goldie Hawn. And she thinks that Meryl Streep is dead.
So she brings like shovels and ropes and tarps and things like that to bury her.
Right. And she thinks that like he's doing something hinky with her body or something. But then she sees her and freaks out and Meryl Streep freaks out and shoots her with a shotgun right in the belly.
Yes.
And then she also rises from the dead and you realize that she's taken the potion too.
And that's an amazing part too, because she has a giant hole in her stomach and you can see through it.
Yes.
And they do some great things with it. Like she throws like Meryl Streep's shovel breaks when they're fighting with it. And she throws it at her and it goes through her stomach. And Meryl Streep's like, yay! Like she's so excited.
Like, no.
She's like, oh, wait, no.
And then she like sits down and it like comes through her stomach. Yeah.
And that's all really good.
It's so good. It's so good.
And then, so then they realize that they need each other. They make up. They realize that they've got to live this life together.
Yes.
Because they know that each other took the potion. They saw the pins.
Right.
And so they kind of make up and they realize that then they also have to keep Ernest alive forever.
Right.
So they have to take him to Isabella Rosellini's house to get him to drink the potion so he can always fix them.
Yes. So he wakes up after like they hit him on the head and again, great physical comedy. Like they're all three of them are so good that I really need anyone who's listening to this who has not seen this movie in a while. I highly recommend you go watch it.
Yeah.
It's excellent. And he wakes up and there's Fabio by the pool.
Right.
Isabella Rosellini's nude walking around and which isn't her body, but again, she's mostly naked in all the other scenes too.
Yeah, like all the
it makes no
clothing
sense
that she wears, like, is all so low cut, and you see her boobs, like the
you
size
pretty
of her
much see her entire body.
Entire body. But it's funny that she used to.
She didn't want her butt
shown. A butt double.
Maybe she didn't like her butt.
Maybe. I mean,
she's
like,
whatever.
whatever.
My butt's a little flat. I don't want to show it.
Whatever she wants.
Whatever she wants, she gets. She's Isabella Rosellini.
So she tries to get Melvin to take the potion by doing the same thing with his hand, and then she's like, "You'll live forever," and then he's like, "Fuck no, I don't want to live forever.
Like, why would I want to do that?
Why would I want that?"
But he gets close. To
but he's like, "I'll see all the people that I love die.
Right.
I will be bored.
Yeah. What if I get lonely? What if I get bored?
And then I'll have to take care of. And then what am I going to hang out with those two crazy bitches for the rest of my life?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm out." And he takes it, pockets it.
Yes.
And runs through the party. And then this was the party you were talking about.
Yes. So in this part, which again, I did not realize. Never noticed. It's
maybe the Elvis part.
I noticed the Elvis one, but didn't notice like Marilyn Monroe's there.
Andy
Warhol, James Dean, Elvis,
Jim Morrison,
who again, full circle, second appearance this holiday season. Wild. But never realized that was supposed to be him by the pool.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
It's
really great.
Funny.
It's really great. But he escapes the party essentially after some action moments.
Right.
He's like, this is where I shine.
Right.
I'm really an action star.
I'm going to die hard them.
Yes. And he escapes. And then it cuts to 37 years later.
Yes.
And now we're at his funeral. And a priest is talking. And he's telling the story of what has happened since he left and how he's like, Melville always said life begins at 50. And apparently he had gone on and he had like 6 kids and he adopted other kids.
All these grandchildren. It looked like he hiked Everest, like maybe climbed Everest or something.
Yeah, like he was an outdoorsman and he like started all of these like centers for good stuff. And he was like, had all these scientific advances.
And prolific in Alcoholics Anonymous and started like women's support groups and stuff like that. So he was great. And then you see like his kids and stuff in the front row.
Like grandkids.
Yeah. But then in the back of the church
are two ladies.
Helen and Matt.
And their faces are covered because they have like, they're all wearing black with like black veils. And they're just being shitty.
Yeah.
Like they're like talking to each other loudly and kind of like making a bunch of noise. And people turn back and people are like kind of noticing them.
Right.
And the priest says, and everyone remembers, Melville's story of the living dead of Beverly Hills. And, you hear all this. And then as you see that like Goldie Hawn's crying and you don't see her face, but she like wipes something on her face and you see that it has the spray paint on it. So they're like, where's that can of spray paint? I need to touch up. So they leave and they're just like fighting with each other and they pull up their veils and oh my God.
Yeah. They're all like cracked.
They're all like cracked and flaky and like
just
put
bad,
on long.
and like their eyebrows are all off center and like poorly placed and stuff like that because they've decided that they were just going to have to paint each other's asses
for the rest of their life. And they realize that they're in hell. Like that's their hell that they
exactly.
Yeah. And they start to fight with each other and they're right by,
the steps
and, they're fighting. And then all of a sudden, like Goldie Hawn starts to fall back.
Yeah. She slips on the spray paint that Meryl Streep dropped.
Right. And she starts to fall back and it's like the same thing as the scene when Meryl Streep first fell and she's like teetering on the edge and you see that Meryl Streep's going to push her, but instead Goldie Hawn grabs her and they both fall down and they just hit the sidewalk and they break into pieces.
Like mannequins.
Yeah. But then their heads roll next to each other and they're still alive.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
Yeah.
And you see like the inside of their bodies is like gray and decayed.
And I think it's funny too, because like pieces, I guess it's because they've died too. So they are decaying, but then, but they're still alive. So like Isabella Rosellini, she's still alive and has taken this stuff. So she's fine. You have to take care of your body.
Yeah. She does say, take care of yourself.
But it doesn't happen to her like it happens to them because they're actually deceased.
Yes.
But all in all, I mean, my gosh.
What a ride.
I know. I was really worried that it wasn't going to hold up.
Right.
I was really worried because I remember liking this movie a lot and being fascinated by it and watching it a lot. Like, I feel like it was on HBO a lot or something.
Yeah.
And I think I watched it quite a bit.
I think, that might be why I remember like beginning parts of it, because I might have like happened into it and then been like, no. I know this movie freaked me out too much. This scares me. I can't watch this. Right. But I mean, high marks, such high marks. And it really does. It has some really like existential, like deep parts to it.
Right.
It's funny.
Right. Well, it's very interesting because also when they're leaving the church, basically there's this like whole speech that the priest is giving about how Ernest or Melvin, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever
Melvin or Dr. Melvin Ernest Melvin, whatever. He truly did find eternal life. Yes.
Because of all of the people he helped and the impact he made on science and the fact that he has these children and grandchildren and how he's actually living forever.
And he's had like eternal youth through his grandchildren.
Yeah. And they stop in their tracks and like, what?
And they start laughing.
Yeah.
Well, I think you think for a second that like, does he still have, because you see him dump the potion? Is that what happens? Does he get rid of it like that? Or do they think for a second that he's
Maybe. I don't know.
But I wonder if they think, because that is something that Isabella Rosellini says, that the rules when you take the potion are that you can be in the public eye for 10 more years.
Oh, right.
And then you have to either stage your own death or just like disappear because people will start to wonder what happens. Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. It was great. Thank you for like, this is it. This is Halloween, man.
We get to watch regular movies again.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right. Well, do you want to hear how this connects to JD?
Of course I can.
Okay. So, guys, this is a direct connection.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
Horn?
Oh, stop it. What is it? I can't even think of what it is.
Well, I could not think of what it is, but Meryl Streep. She was in the movie Into the Woods.
Oh!
And Johnny Depp was as well.
Okay, it's
2014
funny.
movie. She played a witch and he played a baker.
Okay.
I've never seen that movie.
I saw parts of it, I think. People really love it. It's a musical.
Did you know? Does Johnny Depp sing?
I don't recall.
Whoa.
Okay.
Well, anyway, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yay. Well,
so
amazing holiday season. So guys, this is not like us. We usually have just episodes that are just 80s movies or 90s movies, and we watch them. So stay tuned for next week.
Right. We'll be back with a fresh new set.
A plain movie.
Right.
Oh, it's my pick.
Yeah.
I get the first non-Halloween movie.
Yeah. Lucky.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you have to tell the people?
I have to tell the people that if you're aging.
Yes.
And you start to see the signs of age, which it happens to everyone.
Yeah, sure. Your hands
are getting a little spotty. You get a little something happening on your face. I want you to be confident.
And tell people they're freckles.
Yes, absolutely. But here's what I don't want you to do, guys.
Okay.
I don't want you to be controversial and take a potion that makes you live forever. Because it doesn't end well. I'm just telling you right now. It's not going to end well. You can't take care of yourself.
Yeah, I really think that lies so many deeper questions. Like, they search for eternal youth, all this plastic surgery. Hollywood folks, watch or listen to our podcast. Watch this movie. Think about what you're doing to yourself.
Think about it. It's not going to end well.
You're still going to die, as Emily said.
Yeah, 100%. You're still going to die. Right. That's right.
All right, friends.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week with another edition of
Confidently Controversial.
Boom.
Confidently controversial.
This podcast was produced by Trish.
Follow us on Instagram at Confidently Controversial. Find us on TikTok at Confidently Contro. send us a message via email at confidentlycontroversial@gmail.com or visit our website, confidentlycontroversial.com.
You can find this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and every other place where you can find podcasts.
Bye.
Bye.